Welcome to another English listening practice. In today's lesson, you will embark on an exciting journey to a summer camp filled with fun, friendship, and unforgettable experiences. Picture the beautiful landscapes, the laughter of children, and the thrill of new adventures waiting just around the corner. As the sun began to rise over Timberwood Camp, a gentle breeze rustled through the tall pine trees that surrounded the campsite. Intent on starting her day, Emily, a spirited 15-year-old with a mop of curly hair, poked her head out of her cabin. She stretched and took a deep breath of the crisp morning air, infused with the scent of fresh pine. "Today's the day," she exclaimed to her cabin mates, Sarah and Jenny, who were still lazily pulling their sleeping bags off their heads. "Emily, can you keep it down? Some of us are still trying to wake up," Sarah grumbled, her eyes still closed. "Oh, come on, Sarah. It's the last day of camp. We have to make it memorable," Emily pleaded, her enthusiasm unstoppable. "You're right," Jenny chimed in as she swung her legs over the edge of her bunk. "Let's go grab breakfast. I can't wait for those pancakes." Later that morning, the trio made their way to the mess hall, where the mouth-watering smell of pancakes wafted through the air. The hall was buzzing with energy. Other campers were gathered around tables, sharing stories of their favorite camp memories. Emily spotted Mark, a charming boy from the rival cabin. "Hey, Mark," she called, giving him a wave. "Morning, Emily. How did you sleep?" he asked, grinning. "Like a log, but I'm definitely ready for adventure today. Any plans?" "In a bit, we're organizing a final scavenger hunt. You guys should join. It'll be epic." "Count us in," Emily exclaimed. The thought of a scavenger hunt thrilled her. It was the perfect way to cap off the summer camp experience. After breakfast, the campers gathered at the open field. Their camp counselor, Mr. Jenkins, stood in front of them with a clipboard. "All right, everyone, here's how the scavenger hunt will work," he boomed, his voice filled with excitement. "You'll be divided into teams. Each team will receive a list of items to find throughout the camp. The first team to find everything wins a cool camp trophy." Emily could feel the adrenaline rushing through her veins. She quickly partnered with Sarah and Jenny, while Mark was teamed up with his friends. "Let's make a strategy," Sarah suggested. "Good idea. We should split up," Jenny added confidently. "We can cover more ground that way." "All right, we'll meet back here in an hour," Emily made a plan, glancing over the list Mr. Jenkins had handed them. "We need a pine cone, a feather, and, wow, a photograph of a squirrel. This is going to be interesting." The teams took off in different directions, racing to find the items. Emily felt the thrill of the hunt. They first headed towards the lake, as the shimmering water seemed promising. "Look over there," Sarah shouted, pointing to a tall tree. "There's bound to be some cool birds. Let's focus on the feather first." As they approached, the sound of chirping filled the air. It wasn't long before the girls spotted a colorful bird perched on a branch. "Quick, snap a photo, Jenny," Emily urged. Jenny fumbled for her phone, excitedly capturing the moment. After some time, they found themselves deep into the woods, where the shadows danced under the sun, filtering through the leaves. "This is actually kind of scary," Jenny whispered nervously. "Just stick together. We're fine," Sarah reassured her. They spotted a squirrel darting up a tree, its bushy tail flicking playfully. "There! Get a picture!" Emily exclaimed, her heart racing. They continued their hunt, sprinting back to the main area, their arms laden with treasures. The moment they returned, Mark and his group were already waiting, looking worn but victorious. "Did you get everything?" Mark asked, raising an eyebrow. "We sure did. We beat you back," Emily shot back with a grin. Mr. Jenkins took a look at their collected items and checked off the list. Congratulations, Emily's team. You're the winners. Here's your trophy. He handed them a shiny trophy featuring a miniature campfire. Cheers erupted, and the sense of accomplishment warmed their hearts. Later that evening, under a starlit sky, all the campers gathered around a fire. Stories were shared, and laughter filled the air as everyone reflected on their summer. Who would have thought we would find friendship here? Emily pondered aloud, looking at her friends. I know. It feels like we've known each other for years, Sarah replied, roasting a marshmallow to golden perfection. As the night went on, they sang campfire songs, sharing their hopes for the next summer. The bonds they forged at Timberwood Camp were not just good memories, but friendships that would last a lifetime. As the fire flickered down to embers, Emily took a moment to appreciate everything, the challenges, the victories, and the laughter. She leaned back, looking at the stars, feeling grateful for yet another unforgettable summer spent in the heart of nature with friends she could always count on. Great job listening. Remember, the more you practice, the easier it becomes to understand English in real situations. Try listening again, retelling the story in your own words, or even answering some questions about it. Thanks for practicing today, and see you in the next lesson.